Hello and welcome to this new video from Olfert&Co. In this video, we would like to introduce you to the Seiko Prospex Speedtimer Automatic Chronograph. Just newly launched and available at only a few retailers. A truly beautiful chronograph with a retro look, I would say. Let's take a detailed look at the watch in the next few minutes. I'm curious to hear what you think about the watch. If you want to support us on the channel and with future videos, just leave a like. And subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any more videos. But now, I would first say, let's dive in and take a look at this beauty together. Enjoy! So, in front of us we now see the box of the Seiko Prospex Speedtimer SRQ037. Nicely done, in a classic style, by Seiko here in a black cardboard box. But of course, what's important is what lies beneath it. Here, we first bring out the actual box. Nicely wrapped with some parchment. At the bottom, of course, are the corresponding user manuals and warranty terms, etc. But here in front of us, we now have the actual box. Classically kept in black with Seiko branding on top and inside. Here lies the beautiful chronograph. On the lid, we have the Prospex logo and lettering once again. But the watch is, of course, the absolute highlight in this case. And I would say, let's not waste any time and take a look at this gem together. So, now we see the SRQ037 Speedtimer chrono from Seiko in front of us. Visually, of course, an absolute stunner at first glance. Really well done. A truly beautiful design, also naturally very classically inspired. It has a bit of a look, I think, like a stopwatch with the large, prominent, outstanding pushers, so that you can't miss them. Simply brilliantly executed by Seiko. As mentioned, this is the Seiko Prospex Speedtimer Chronograph SRQ037 for €3,000 at the recommended retail price. The entire model is also available with a white dial in a limited edition. Then it is priced at $3,200 and has the reference SRQ035. Also really very nice. If you want to see the watch, just let us know and we can film it again. Otherwise, let's first take a look at this model here. Truly impressive. So we have a case diameter of 43 mm here. The entire model or case is of course made from the highest quality stainless steel. And as we can see here, nicely brushed on the sides as well. And a high gloss bezel. Simply really well crafted. So when you see how the edges are finished here, a nice polish on it. Seiko certainly doesn't compromise on this in this price range. On the front, we have a beautiful sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. And if we now take a closer look at the dial, can you see it well? Then we have, of course, these beautifully pointed and narrow hour and minute hands, which always give the model a bit of life. We also have a bit of movement in the picture. So there it goes. Really beautifully pointed hands. The luminous material here on the index points is nice. Kept in a vintage tone. It fits perfectly with the overall look. The date is at 6 o'clock. Above it, the automatic lettering and the Prospex emblem again. And at the very top, of course, the Seiko logo is prominently displayed at 12 o'clock. Really nice, clean, tidy. Absolutely clean. And of course, so high quality. I mean, when you see the watch in the display and hold it in your hand, you definitely feel that you are holding a model worth around €3,000. But anyway, let's take a closer look at the watch. We have here a stainless steel bracelet, flush fitting, 3-row, ending here in a Seiko folding clasp with 2 pushers. By pressing them, we can open it very comfortably. and also close it again. And what we see here on the back is, of course, a beautifully screwed down case back with a viewing window onto the caliber. Simply well done. By the way, this model is equipped with the caliber 8 R46 with more than 45 hours of power reserve, winding capability and magic lever, meaning it allows for bidirectional winding, hacking seconds, and, of course, a very pleasant rate deviation. Now let's take a look. Let's give the model a bit of life, and as is proper for the chronograph, we can start the chronograph by pressing the upper right button and pause it directly with another press and reset it with the lower button. Otherwise, you have already seen that the crown is not screwed down. We can easily unscrew it accordingly. And the movement can be maneuvered really smoothly. Very nice. Nice large crown, which can be easily grasped, even with gloves on. And the date changes perfectly as well. I also find it very easy to read. With white lettering, the model is definitely high in contrast. Then let's just take a look at the luminous material I mentioned. And we can already see here on the outside, the index points are beautifully illuminated, and the luminous material in the tapering hands, which almost reaches the tips, is also illuminated. Then I would simply say, let's take a quick look at the measurements of the model here, measured by hand. Here we have a case diameter of 42.5 meter, a case height measured in the middle of 15.3 meter, and finally the lug-to-lug distance. We are at 49.84 million. Then I would say, let's see what the model weighs on the calibrated gold scale. And we come to a total of 195.24 grams. So, and finally, I've put the model on for you again. You can see it now, as always, on a wrist with a circumference of 18 to 18.5 centimeters. And I think it sits perfectly on the arm. I find it really good visually. I personally like it very, very much. Very nice and comfortable. Fits very well. Of course, the strap is not adjusted now, but as you see it now, it's just top-notch, visually very chic, and naturally a good combination of sportiness and elegance. So it's a watch that you can really wear on any occasion. And then the view of this dial, absolutely breathtaking. So, and with that, unfortunately, we are already at the end of our video on the new Seiko Speedtimer. We hope, of course, that you liked the watch and the video. If you have any questions or suggestions, let us know in the comments. And otherwise, we would be delighted if you leave a like or subscribe and join us again next time. Be there. Take care. Bye.